If you have played both Mass Effect and Dragon Age, you might have noticed that both have references to one another. From frozen nugs in remnant ruins to Krogan heads in the deep roads. And Krogan heads are not the only Mass Effect related thing you can find in Dragon Age. Grab yourself a nice cup of tea and get comfy, because in this video I'm gonna tell you all about the Mass Effect references in the Dragon Age games. And we'll start off with Dragon Age Origins. Origins only has 2 Mass Effect references. The first one is a codex entry that can be found in the dead trenches in the deep roads. It can be looted from the rubble located on the broken bridge. The codex entry is called Load Limit Reached, and it reads as follows. Mass will have an effect, he says. As long as it lifts us out, I figure. Should have specified, within my lifetime. Gives us time to talk, he says. How does a dwarf get named Shepard? Up your shaft. No, really, because blah blah blah. Axe answers, but I still hear him. Drip. Ground. Drip. Ground. Worse than his talking. I think I'll drop out for some air. This codex entry is a reference to Commander Shepard and Mass Effect 1's notoriously slow elevator rides.
The Council isn't going to ask me any questions, are they?
I doubt it. We've made our reports. Now we just have to trust Ambassador Udina.
No, we don't, sir.
The second Easter egg can be found in Haven's graveyard on one of the tombstones. The text reads, T.O. Hanoi. Unloved, unmourned. This is a reference to the Tower of Hanoi puzzles that were used in Mass Effect as well as Jade Empire and Knights of the Old Republic. Oh, and if you're wondering about how to get into Haven's graveyard, I made a video about Easter eggs in Dragon Age Origins where I fully explain how to get into the graveyard as well as what's on the other tombstones, and I'll leave a link in the description. So that's it for Dragon Age Origins, and let's move on to Dragon Age 2. And don't worry, this one's got a bit more. During the quest How to Frame a Templar, we learn of a Templar by the name of Sir Conrad Vernard. This is a reference to Commander Shepard's biggeth fan, none other than Conrad Werner.
My name is Conrad Werner. They say you killed more than 100 Geth on Eden Prime.
I spent most of my time trying to stay alive and help the colonists.
Hey, I know you're probably busy, but do you have time for a quick autograph?
Anything for a fan. Here.
Tallis from the Mark of the Assassin DLC wields a dagger called Thane, named after Thane Krios from Mass Effect 2. Tallis' voice actor, Felicia Day, stated on Twitter that this is because she romanced Thane when she played Mass Effect 2. After killing a wyvern in Mark of the Assassin, Duke Prosper will say,
To harm the wyvern on its own ground is to tempt fate, a terrible risk. But the prize...
Which is a reference to the infamous line said by Jacob Taylor in Mass Effect 2 when romancing Shepard, where he says sneaking into the captain's quarters is a heavy risk, but the prize... Also in Mark of the Assassin, a Krogan head can be found in one of the rooms in Chateau Haine. And that's it for the Mass Effect references in Dragon Age 2, so it's time to talk about the ones in Inquisition. And since we're on the topic of Krogan heads, that's what I'll start with. There is one in the castle of Caer Oswin, during the quest Promise of Destruction, which is Cassandra's personal quest. There is one in Duke Gaspard's trophy room in the Winter Palace, and another one can be found in Duke Bastien's estate during Vivienne's personal quest. However, that one can only be seen when using Flycam. There's one in the trophy room of the Orlesian Chateau in the DAI multiplayer, and there's one in the Deep Roads in the Descent DLC. It's in a pretty dark place, but it can be found near one of the Chronicles of a Forgotten War codex entries. Speaking of the Descent DLC, if you have Dorian with you when going down to the Deep Roads, he'll complain about how slow the elevator is going, and he says that he could do with some music. This is another reference to Mass Effect's infamous elevator rides. The Enchanter seat, one of the thrones for Skyhold, actually resembles a mass relay. The throne itself can be acquired by completing Vivienne's personal quest Bring Me the Heart of Snow White, and its extra accessories can be collected by completing Hinterland's Resources War Table missions. Keep in mind though, the accessories drop at random, so you might have to complete this mission a few times before getting both of them. When in the war room, you might hear Colin talk about needing to calibrate the trebuchets. Huh. Calibrating. Who does that remind me of?
Shepard, need me for something?
Have you got a minute?
Can it wait for a bit? I'm in the middle of some calibrations.
In party banter between Sarah and Varric, they have a conversation about Bianca, both the crossbow and the real Bianca. In this conversation, Varric talks about reach and flexibility. And again, I get the feeling that I've heard this somewhere before.
This recon scout and I have been at each other's throats. Nerves, mostly. She suggested we settle it in the ring.
I assume you took her down gently.
Actually, she and I were the top-ranked hand-to-hand specialists on the ship. I had reach, but she had flexibility. It was brutal. After 9 rounds, the judge called it a draw. There were a lot of unhappy bettors in the training room. We ended up holding a tiebreaker in her quarters. I had reach, but she had flexibility.
When you speak to Colin Trespasser, he may give you a few lines of dialogue that refer to the Mass Effect games.
It always had a soul. The question is the answer.
It always had a soul. The question is the answer. Is of course a reference to...
Do you remember the question that caused the creators to attack us, Talizora? Does this unit have a soul?
The answer to your question was yes.
I know, Tali. But thank you. Kila Sanai.
He died in the darkness so a blue rose could bloom.
He died in the darkness so that a blue rose could bloom, is a reference to the Blue Rose of Illium, which is one of my favorite side quests in Mass Effect 2. Near the Memories of Illium store on Nos Astra on Illium, you meet a Krogan named Char, who is reciting bad love poetry to the Asari merchant named Araba. Char and Araba are a couple who are currently on a break, and Char refers to Araba as the Blue Rose of Illium. Shepard can either encourage Araba to get back together or break up with Char. There is a bit more to this quest, but a summary just really wouldn't do it justice, so I strongly recommend you do this quest yourself if you're ever doing a Mass Effect playthrough. A few other references Cole makes are...
It was the same boy. His mother on the ship, his father in their homeland. He grew up lonely. Or didn't. Sometimes the cow takes your gold. She killed the girl to save herself. She thinks about the eyes going black. A weapon is an order, not a gift.
The line about the boy is a reference to the Quarian child named Jonah, who is mentioned during Tallis' loyalty mission in Mass Effect 2. The cow sometimes takes your gold is a reference to the shifty looking cow found on Antarum, in the Newton system of the Kelper Verge. And I can confirm, it will steal your credits. The "she killed the girl to save herself" line is probably a reference to the Asari huntress being treated for PTSD in the Huerta hospital in Mass Effect 3. There is a codex entry that can be found in the hinterlands inside a home at the crossroads. The entry is called Healer's Notes at Redcliffe Crossroads, and the way it is written is very similar to the way our favorite Salarian doctor, Mordin Solus, speaks. There is speculation that the song The Dawn Will Come makes a reference to Commander Shepard. Specifically the lyrics, "The shepherd's lost and his home is far. Keep to the stars, the dawn will come." The reason I say speculation is because I don't think it's ever been confirmed that this is a reference to Commander Shepard. It could be, but a lost shepherd whose home is far could also just refer to our Herald/Inquisitor and the events of losing Haven to Corypheus. And that's it for the Mass Effect references in Dragon Age. Alright, before I properly end this video, I just want to say thank you to everyone that has subscribed in the past couple of weeks. My videos have been getting quite a lot of views, and I really didn't expect them to do so well. And honestly, it makes me really happy to see that people actually watch my content, and I've been getting so many comments from people that tell me they enjoyed watching my content, and I just didn't expect it. But it makes me really happy, and it motivates me to keep going, because while I really enjoy working on these videos, I also put in a lot of time and effort. So it's really nice to see people actually watching my content and leaving comments and liking the video and stuff like that. I guess what I'm trying to say is just thank you to everyone that has subscribed, left comments, left a like, or even just watched my videos. I really, really appreciate it. And definitely stay tuned. Keep an eye on my channel, because I've got a lot of ideas for videos lined up. And I'm really, really excited. Alright, now that I've said this, I don't really know what else to say. I didn't write a script for this part, so I don't know what else to say. Let's just get back to my real outro. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked this video, let me know by liking this video. Or leave a comment and tell me what your favorite Mass Effect reference is. Or is there a Mass Effect reference that I might have missed? Make sure to let me know. That's all for now though. Thanks again for watching, and I hope to see you on the next one.